Hi, I'm Councilmember Andrew Friedson, and I have the privilege of representing Bethesda. We're now celebrating our 150th year, so now we're going to take a step back in time with the Bethesda Historical Society to see what has always made Bethesda such a special place over the years.
My name is Stephanie Rigaud. I'm the Director of Social Media and the Exhibit Director for Bethesda Historical Society. So we've created this exhibit here about the history of Bethesda all the way from its founding in 1861 through the present. We have a lot of different stories that I think a lot of people don't know about, a lot of then and now. If they're younger, they learn something totally new they didn't know.
My mom went to Leland Junior High School, and then it became Leland Community Center where I played basketball growing up.
If they're a person of color, they are happy to see themselves represented because we've tried to tell their stories too. It wasn't until the summer of 1955 that BCC was integrated, so to speak. And what they meant by integrated at that time was one black man was permitted to take a summer school class. So he wanted to become an engineer. That was his dream, but he needed to take plane geometry. They had to get the superintendent of schools to give the okay for him to go there. I have some great old pictures of Wildwood when it was first built. Basically what Bethesda was and why it's not a town is that it was basically a byway for farms to get their goods from wherever they are in Montgomery County, upper Montgomery County, Frederick, to the Georgetown waterfront. So we're doing and hanging out and meeting people, and every week I meet new Bethesdans who tell us their stories. In particular, we have the original store counter from the Montgomery County thrift shop. They donated us. Christ Lutheran Church, which is up on Old Georgetown by the fire department. They're about to be torn down for development. We have the photo of the old house they first met in.
I thought this was up for sale or something.
It is. It's already been sold, but the developer, it's gotten delayed, so they were supposed to have torn it down in January, February. That is our director's wedding dress because she got it at Claire Drotch, which if you've lived in Bethesda for any period of time or involved in any weddings around here, you know Claire Drotch. It's a women's boutique that's been around forever. We've got a championship from the first decade of MSI when it just began, soccer was just becoming big in the United States. So that's a 1977 championship jacket from MSI. This is the Shackelford store, which was on Cordell Avenue in the 1880s. And this is the two ladies, the Shackelfords, and they ran a store right on Cordell. And one thing I'm personally proud of is I discovered a photo of the house that was the original Darcy's store. And I don't know if a lot of people know that Bethesda used to be called Darcy's Store after the first postmaster, William Darcy.
Understanding of the name change was partially because of the concern that Darcy's store sold alcohol. Is that true?
I don't think so. He wasn't a tavern keeper. I don't think that's right. From 1851 through 1861, that was his reign as postmaster. Before that, it really didn't even have a name until they got to be a new postmaster. He didn't want it to be named after the old guy. So they went for Bethesda instead, which was the name of the church up the pike, which is still there. Bethesda Row used to be entirely industrial. Where the Apple store is was a Frito-Lay plant. So that picture we have over there, it's literally a Fritos plant is where this luxury sort of strip of land is. There used to be quite the music scene. Joan Jett was snuck in here. I have stories about that. WHFS, the old radio station, was in the Triangle Towers apartment building.
It is cool to look around at all the places in Bethesda and see how it's changed and the history behind it.
What we have in here is pretty much what we have, and so we're trying to meet the people, get them to tell us their stories, see if they have things they're willing to donate. I like the whole big picture of it, and so that's what we're really aiming for here.